installing a Dyson V11 wall mount. It's a little bit awesome. It's a lot better than the old V6s and V7s that used to clip out. You just have to get your level right and put two wall mates in to behind the wall and then put some screws into that. You can put a board behind it, which would probably help it, but that's a little bit out. But I had it nice and neat before. I've just moved that a little bit. I can move it to get it perfect. You can see the top's just a little bit out there. Other than that, all you do is you fit your power cable in underneath this bit here, which is, you can pull up if you got sorry about that. You can pull up with a small screwdriver. So there's your power lead. Power lead goes in underneath there, it pops down, and then you follow your little course to come out the bottom, and this just fits into the other lug straight into here. So it fits into the lug. Why aren't you getting? There you go. It fits into the lug there. So you just pop it in. So it'll go directly in from there. And hard to do with one hand, isn't it? Especially when you didn't bring the camera mount up. Oh yeah. I'm going to go through this Dyson V6. It is awesome. You think that the price is a lot of money? I don't believe it is. I think it's a good value for what it is. Anyway, I've got that all hooked up there. That'll clip in the bottom like that. It's locked in. You plug your power cable into your wall mount. If you've got one in your cupboard, which I fitted. I didn't fit it. I'm an electrician to fit that one. But there, that's it. And then you can just pop this back on into there. And that should just fit in onto there, and you can see at the top it's got a digital meter, not like the old ones telling you what you're doing. And the batteries in these, I've got to go through the batteries with you, but they're really interesting. And so that's all fitted in. Now you've got two of these down the bottom. I'm trying to print at the moment extra bits because there's so many bits with this thing that they should have provided an extra rack to put on the wall somewhere, but they never did. So I'm building one. So it's a bit of a pity. Dyson were doing so good, and then they stuffed it by offering all these adapters that come in the box, and they don't offer somewhere to pack them onto a wall somewhere. Anyway, we'll keep working on it. Okay, sorry about the background noise, but with the V11 you get all these different parts. That's for doing hard floors, polishing the floor, and you get all these other little bits. This is the new head that comes with it. It's very much similar to the old head, but it feels a lot bigger, and I think it's easier to pull apart as well. I haven't actually tried to pull that apart yet, but yeah, that looks good. And you come up with the barrel like we've shown you, and once it tells you how much power you've got left in here, and this battery comes off. And I'll actually show you what type of batteries are in these Dysons. They're quite good. They're bigger than an 18650 battery, and yeah. Only problem with all these bits and pieces is once I put it together, there's not much room for extra pieces. I think I've got two more pieces sitting on the device inside, which we'll have a look at. Okay, you get a green tick when you take this off the charger pack, and this button here will change your settings from eco to auto to boost. So in boost you get this noise. From normal. And if you change it during the cycle, which you can do, you can hear the difference straight away. So I'm just going to leave it on auto. So apparently they say that you'll get an hour's usage out of this. I'm not 100% sure, but if you do, leave a comment below, and if you don't, please leave a comment below. Okay, let's keep moving on. And this is emptying the vacuum cleaner. A lot easier than the V6. The V11, you just hit that button there, and that's it. That's it. Once you've pushed all the dirt out, you just shut it and shut that, and it's all clean. A lot cleaner and easier than the V6. So the V11 is it? And it's got the bigger battery on it, which I believe is removable, like that. So you can just pop in another one, if you'd like to. Anyway, that's it. So this is charging. It uses pretty much, if you can see it's charging there and it's charging on the wall. This connector is a lot easier than the old connector. I'll grab an old connector and we'll have a look what the difference is. And it's got the same power plug, which is I think 26.1 volts, because it's a 24 volt pack in it, and it's 3 amps each for the batteries, I believe. Okay, this is the old one. Has the same two clips on the bottom, and they do actually fit the new model. So these holes are actually the same, you can fit them. So I might slice it half and actually use this. The power supply is exactly the same. As I said, it's a 36.1 volt, 780 milliamp charger. So, but the only problem with this is it had a spring loading system, so I'm sure a lot of you have the V6. And what gets me is this lifts. When you're trying to push the battery out, you've got to lift this with the spring loaded in it, and to get it out, to bring it up. And that caused me a lot of, if you've just got a plain plaster wall and you want to bolt it in with some wall mates, that causes problems with this. You have to put a piece of wood up. So I'm going to end up cutting that off, maybe putting 2 more drill holes in it, and then bolting that on the wall with a couple of those connectors on it, which, you know, it's already made up. I was trying to make one up on my 3D printer, and I probably could if I looked at this and scanned it properly with a photo, but I'm not going to bother. And now I'm just going to show you the batteries that come with this and make it a day. So these are the new batteries from Dyson that are in the new V11. They are a 300 milliamp hour. They can produce up to 35 amps of power, and they go from, I think it's just under 4.2 to under 3 volts. Cutoff can be down to 2.5 on these batteries apparently, but I wouldn't run them down that low. And this is a standard battery here for an 18650. You can see the difference in the size, but these are some that I got the other day, but they're a bit bigger. These are another type of battery, and I might have to try those ones out too. But for the price and for the type of battery, I got these early, so someone must have broken one of theirs quite early in the piece, and so I've got a set of these sitting around. I'm going to have to do a test on them, see what the real ampage are out of them, and see if they've got any leftover power. So that's about it. So yeah, that's my Dyson V6 vacuum cleaner, probably the best vacuum cleaner I've ever owned. And